begin with, we could just see a nice slow tempo before things start to heat.
Yeah, yeah. So we have a tie break here.
Oh, is that how? Oh, it must have been on the
Group C.
It must have been all square on the goal difference then. So is this the two Mexican players that we had in the group with Giona?
KalahardYT and one of them.
Was it Dastia?
Yes, that's right.
There we go. Yeah, so Kalahard and Dastia both 1 point, and they were on a -1 goal difference overall.
So this will end the group stage. We needed a tie break to get to know all the players in the knockout stage. That's Tyre playing with Liverpool, and KalahardYT using Paris Saint-Germain. This is Keita. This is Robertson with the cross. Deflected. It's a corner kick for Liverpool.
Now there's a little bit of a hopeful breaking play. I can give you an update on the rules as we have a chance as Mohamed Salah still keeps the opportunity alive. He drills the ball in, but Areola knocks the ball out. And I'll quickly get onto the update. So this is a match, a 90-minute standard match, the winner of which will progress through. It's a straightforward knockout match. If after 90 minutes the game is still a draw, the match will be decided by extra time and then penalties. So we essentially have a quarter-final before the quarter-finals.
Yeah, we have drama.
So everything to play for now. This is all or nothing. All the games before don't matter for these two gentlemen. This is a Mexican standoff, quite literally, as we have Dastia versus Kalahard, the winner of which earns themselves a place in the quarter-finals as Areola plucks the ball out of the air there for Kalahard.
They already face each other, of course. In Station 4 early in group stage. It was a close one, but they came out so close that they need to face each other again with the same goal differential as -1.
Solid tackle there by Kimpembe. Divock Origi looked like he was about to turn it on again, but and at the other end of the pitch, Kimpembe taking out, was that Sadio Mane? And Origi looking to get through, but Marquinhos interrupting the play, and now the ball fed down the line to Neymar. Interesting to see for those, again, obviously, if you're late to the broadcast, the reason you're seeing kind of an unusual lineup is this is a stat-balanced version of PES. So the players are all kind of on a similar level, which is why you're seeing certain players getting game time that might not be. And that could be because they have height, they maybe have a few certain player cards and skills. The player ID for certain positions might be important. So that's why you will see certain players playing that you might not usually play.
How does the player configure his game before playing? Do they bring USB with the stats, with the configuration, or they just have to sit and do it with patience?
Yeah, they'll sit and they'll configure the formations, and there's actually quite a lot of configurations to go through, but when you watch the players do it, it's kind of like
they do it so quick.
It's so rapid, because they'll change the pass support levels, they'll change advanced instructions, they'll change attacking and defensive formations. Some of them will set 2 or 3 different formations, so they can change formations of play. Yeah, exactly. But they are so used to doing it because of the amount of games that they play that they will just it will look like there's a script running and the players are just kind of like do everything. But yeah, the pace that, whereas someone like me, I'm sat there going 4-3-3
player by player.
So Neymar twisting and turning on the wing. Edison Cavani feeds the ball back into Draxler, but this is the bit. I was saying it for the quarterfinals. Obviously, this, as we kind of mentioned, is almost an early quarterfinal, almost a quarterfinal.
Yeah.
The players are being a little cagey. You saw that there wasn't any sort of like push forward there on the wing. Neymar feeding to Cavani, back to Draxler, and then recycling to build the play again. Nobody wants to overextend at this point and get themselves caught on the counter. So it'll be interesting to see how this attack builds with Neymar now. Good ball out to Cavani. Neymar back in the middle, and he just gets in. Matip, should I say, just gets in front of him, and out for a corner.
It was a nice play, but better defense from KalahardYT.
Solid defensive position in there as the ball looks like it's going out, but Xherdan Shaqiri collects, has the time to take it out, and then moves it from the back, but straight back into PSG colours again, as Kalahard is back on the front foot, putting Dastia under the cosh, so to speak, to use an English phrase. But Dastia, I believe in the game, was it against Felipe Mestre, he scored, or was it Jonah, should I say, he scored in like the very last second of the game.
Yeah.
If he hadn't scored that, the goal difference wouldn't have mattered. And we've been mentioning it all day, how important goal difference is. Because of the 91st second minute goal, he now has a chance to book himself a place in the quarterfinals.
Every detail counts. It's, as you say, Graham, before, they are all leveled in the same competitiveness.
So we have Dastia now in possession. Salah on the edge of the box. He has bodies. Origi in the middle. Ooh. Deflection, but Keita gets a chance, and there we go. Dastia 1, Kalahard 0. Liverpool getting the lead over PSG.
So every single number counts. Every single goal does. As this Keita definition puts Dastia on top. And in what moment it comes? At the end of the first half, maybe Kalahard thought they were going to go goalless to halftime, but no.
As Areola lays on the floor, maybe see it from this angle. He does well to get a touch. Nothing really the keeper can do in terms of directing the ball. He sends it back into the middle of the box, but then almost touches it.
Yeah.
So we have the first goal in this playoff. If you've just tuned in, the groups are over. The games have been played. Everything was settled apart from one game. In Group C, we have 3 players. Without going into too much detail to take the attention of this match, and speaking of attention on this match, Divock Origi, 2-0 now. Dastia, I'm not sure how we pronounce it, but we are sure that this guy, at this point in time, is looking at the quarterfinals. So to quickly go back over the point I was making then, one of the players unfortunately couldn't turn up for this event, which means it turned into a 3-man group. Because of that, the way the results have gone, Jonah Craig got 6 points. Kalahard and Dastia both finished the group on 1 point and a -1 goal difference. The goals scored and conceded all exactly the same. So the only way this group could be settled is in this game. This is an all-or-nothing, winner-takes-all playoff to see who advances to the quarterfinals. And you've just seen there, Divock Origi scoring the second goal for Dastia. He's 2-0 up now and looks almost certain at this point to be booking his place in the quarterfinals.
2 goals in a row. Nice pass by Salah. He made it so fast. Only 1 touch. And the shoot. And that's it. And it looks like Dastia, not because how the game is in the scoreboard, but just because how he handled the ball since the beginning. You said, Graham, they needed to be careful. They needed to be aware that they needed to start defending and then look to see if they find something in the other area. But Dastia has shown some balance, been able to defend himself and to hit in, what a moment, he hit in twice.
Yeah, in quick succession as well, just before the break. That's got to kind of sting a little bit for Kalahard. And it probably did, because obviously as soon as it hit half-time, players quite often want to go straight back into the action. He went in and made some changes in his formation. He was, I think, I'm assuming from looking at the translations of the words that I think he was looking to change the attack to go down the centre, or if that was already the case. He's basically seeing that maybe my setup currently isn't working for me. I've tried recycling down the wings, and so he's made a few slight changes, hopefully for him. And hopefully for us, that means he gets a couple goals just to make this a little bit more excited as Kylian Mbappe starts wriggling his way into the box. Munier feeding the ball now back to Rabiot.
Yes, hopefully he can get back into the game.
So Del Piero USA, just give us a wave at the box. He's just booked his place, as we've seen from the last match on stream. As Neymar now in the box, dispossessed, but Van Dijk, Klein, I can't even say where the ball is going.
What happened there? What happened there? I think it was an offside at the end. I'm not sure. Everything counts.
Oh, that pass there from Cavani. And then here turns it, gets a touch off of Neymar's leg, and and out for a corner.
A corner kick at the end.
It must have, yeah, it was the defensive ball onto Neymar that changed things. As Cavani with a scissor kick.
Oof. That was going to be the goal of the group stage, at least. That's something that is surprising me, Graham. I don't know if that happened in 2018 edition or 2017 edition, but I'll tell you after this corner kick.
So Neymar now looking to drill the ball in. Rabiot heads it on, and Cavani in the centre, but Van Dijk gets there first. And Dastaya looking to just slow things down and build out from the middle. What was it you were going to say, Freddie?
Is it a new attribute that there are many goals now with two headers in the area? I'm not used to watch a guy hitting the ball in the nearest post and then again with the head in the second post. Is that normal?
For PES 2019, the players have figured out that they have a higher success rate. Rather than lofting the ball into the box, there's more physicality. And PES League, obviously, it's about percentage and numbers and your chances of winning it. The players have seen they've had a higher chance of taking the ball at the near post and then heading it on to players in the middle. So yeah, it's a calculated decision from the players playing in PES League that have seen, okay, I tend to have a better chance dropping at the front post to play it back. Whilst it's not necessarily something you'd see in the real world, the players have seen that, okay, this is going to win me games and could potentially get me into the quarterfinals, which is what we could be looking at here, as Kylian Mbappe was offside.
A little bit, yes, but by a bit. Just by a bit, as we can recall, watching Liverpool being a very strong club to use here in PES 2019. You already knew about Arsenal. I mean, any Spanish player could say, why, I mean, if you look at the players, they don't pick Real Madrid, they don't pick Juventus, they don't pick Barcelona.
Well, it comes down to licensed teams. So obviously, there's only certain teams that are licensed in the game. Barcelona are in the game. The difference with Barcelona is that the players, because of the stat balancing, don't have the height. So obviously a relatively small squad. They do have the likes of Piqué at the back, but Messi's quite small up at the front. Ousmane Dembele, he's quite light, so he can easily be dispossessed.
Oh, okay.
So Suarez does give you a little bit of all-round coverage, but not compared to what you have with the likes of Liverpool or Arsenal or PSG. And the same thing applied in the European event last week as well. The overwhelming majority was Arsenal, Liverpool, PSG, with the exception of Hobro, which was used by the Dutch team in the co-op, and Eldridge O'Neill, one of the Dutch competitors. In the same way that the E-Liga Sul Stars used Nantes yesterday, they wanted to go for the physical element as opposed to the player ID element, and it worked exactly as they wanted to. Didn't work as well last week for Eldridge O'Neill in the European event, but it shows you that there's different angles that you could take that potentially could work well for you to earn your way through to the finals.
Gotcha. So we're almost at the end of this one. Still a couple of minutes ago, of course. But it looks like everything is in control of Dastaya. So there will be one Mexican in the quarterfinals, no matter what.
Guaranteed. And if Kalahard wants it to be him, he needs to take the ball off Dastaya here, get it down the other end of the pitch, and find the back of the net twice in the next 14 minutes. And that's only just to get it to extra time and penalties. 3 goals needed if he wants to win in normal time. And he was trying all the tricks of the trade that Neymar has, but Joel Matip not having any of it. The ball goes out for a throw-in. And now it's time for the players to regroup, make a few changes, and hopefully, from one perspective, see out the game. From the other perspective, hopefully do what was needed to get that foot into the quarterfinal. Obviously, Dastaya already has 1 foot there. Kalahard would like to have his own foot in that position too. So just to remind everyone watching the stream, we are obviously live from Argentina, Buenos Aires. This is the America's Season 1 Regional Finals for PES League. We're live on YouTube, so if you're watching on YouTube, hello to everyone in the chat. I do actually have the English version of the YouTube chat open just in front of me now, so hi. Also, we're live on Facebook, youtube.com/officialpez, facebook.com/pez, and we're on twitch.tv/PES League. We're bringing you Portuguese, Spanish, and English coverage as Cavani now turns in the box, but Jorginho Wijnaldum gets 1 foot on the ball. Kalahard looking a little bit more dangerous now as we come close to the end of the game.
Nice chance, but this guy knows how to defend, how to play defense. Das Tire has shown. Also, Alan Leal, 2 strong defender players in this group stage.
Kimpembe now on the ball. Now to Munier. He needs something now. We're in the last 10 minutes. Mbappe out in the eaves, so to speak, as Choupo-Moting plays to Cavani, who drills the ball, and somehow it spins just outside.
I saw it in.
100%. I thought exactly the same thing.
Nice play. Right as it come. This right foot, Edinson Cavani. So at this time, there are only 4.
Just seen one comment that there's a dodgy dude from Huddersfield. That's where I'm from.
Oh, really? From Huddersfield Town?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I've just seen a comment on that. So thank you for that in the comments. Obviously, feel free to get involved in the conversation on any of the streams. Like I say, be that YouTube, Twitch, or, well, not Twitter, on Facebook. That's the one I wanted. Also, we are on Twitter. You can get involved at PES League. Use the hashtag PES League, and we will obviously check out all of the messages where we can. Obviously, whilst you're on there, have a look at the pinned tweet on Twitter. We do have a competition on there for you to win some prizes. Make sure you follow, retweet, and, you know, we're just about to see one person win a game 2-0, but you could also be a winner yourself. Get yourself a little bit of PES swag. But now, 89 minutes, just as the game runs out of normal time. Das Tire hoping to see things out. Kalahard surely asking too much of him to get 2 goals here. We're 91 on the clock, and Areola looking to collect, but we had an off-the-ball foul. Jordan Henderson, and that's got to be game, set, and a match for Das Tire. Still goes for an extra goal. He's got nothing to lose. He's 2-0 up. The game's over.
Nice drive into the area. Ended up with a corner kick again. Cross there over the heart of the area. There's a shot. Well, Das Tire trying to
add an extra third. Is this the salt in the wounds? He still keeps the ball alive. The ref playing for the advantage, letting